Very good play there. Just a little thing that you're not going to notice if you're just, watching this casually. Okay, now we switch back to the shotgun. Wow. Quick decision making. Let's switch back to the shotgun. Now we know we have a 1v1. It's a close distance situation. Very smart, man. Very smart. Little jump peek there. Perfectly played, man. Are you serious? What a satisfying play to watch. Look at this. Pick up the shotgun. I get burned. I don't care. I'm still coming. Doesn't matter. I'm coming. What up, gamers? Welcome in to this episode of Spectating Hunt Showdown, Streamer Edition. Today we're taking a look at Hornet, and we're going to be looking at some extremely high-level gameplay. I guarantee in this one, you're going to see one or two things that you've never seen before, and that you can immediately implement into your game to get even better. Now, this game is a killer one. It's one of the better ones I've seen. Not only does Hornet get a lot of kills, but also it's that much more impressive because of the level of competition. We're talking about some of the best players in the game, 6-star lobbies, very high elo, and Hornet wipes the floor with them. Now, it's not easy, it's definitely difficult, and we're going to learn a ton in the process about how this level of player thinks and plays, but I guarantee you, like I say, you're going to learn a lot in this one and get even better just from watching it. So if you like this one, guys, I hope you do. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, enjoy this episode of Spectating Hunt Showdown. We'll see you out there, gamers. Boom, gamers, hopping on board with Hornet here. This is a part of a longer video. It's about an hour-long video of a bunch of high elo fights, 6 stars, very sweaty stuff, very try hard. But because of that, we're going to learn a lot. I'm jumping right into the action here. Hornet just spawned at Goddard Docks. There's a team of 3 here. The clue was red, so he kind of rotated into boss layer. So we're going to jump right into this fight. That's kind of the context of the video, though. It will be linked in the description if you want to see the whole thing. But let's get right into it. Hornet, you up to bat, baby. Let's see what you got. Rocking the rival and the true shot here. Really fun combo. Bleed ammo as well. So you're going to see a lot of wall bangs. You're going to see a lot of just hardly people peeking anything. You can't even see them. Don't know where they are. Going to see a lot of pinching. It's going to see a lot of stuff that's, again, very high level. I guarantee you're going to learn something in this one that you didn't know you could do before. I know I did watching this the first time. There was definitely something I was like, oh, shoot, that's kind of sick. Like I say, you're going to see a lot of coming from different angles. I talk about this a lot. If you're a team of 3 and there's 1 left or 2 or whatever, you want to come at people from different angles. You don't want to let them get comfortable. This team's doing a good job of that. Going to block off the pathway there because we know we have a guy in the metal outside. Doesn't want to let him get an easy entrance on him. See what I'm saying, though? A lot of wall bangs, a lot of just, where I think I hear him, I'm going to shoot here. That's going to happen a lot. The higher tier lobbies you get into, the harder it's going to be to see people, and the more they're going to be wall banging and doing things like that. You're going to start to see that more and more the higher you go. You will not be able to see people, and they're just going to start wall banging. You see the little jiggles that he's doing around these corners, never really standing still for too long. One thing I touch on a lot, making yourself a hard target. Hornet's doing a great job of doing that here. We hear these guys right outside. Ooh. Rival, baby. Very nice. Team of 3. See if he cleans this up, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, we heard her drop into the water. Yeah, aggress and jump peek. Clean it up. Okay. So watch what he does here. Watch what Hornet does with just... He's not fully sort of exposing himself on this peak. Watch this. Okay? Stops. He stops right there rather than swinging all the way. Why? Because we know there's 2 right here. And if he swings all the way, both of them are going to be able to see him right there. But if he stops and only peeks one at a time, he can get this one down while the other's swinging him. And then he's got an easy shot lined up on the next one. So see how he just does it's almost like a stutter peek. That's kind of what I would call it. I had one game, I was watching Witty. What did I came up? Oh, the inertia peek. I was like, oh, the inertia peek. You like jump one way and come back the other way. This one I'm going to call the stutter peek. Okay. So you're kind of going, stepping, stop, jiggle a little bit, and you just wait right there and then let the other team swing to you. Rather than swinging wide, you can't really... It's much harder, rather, to fight 2 people rather than 1 at a time, obviously. So the way you can kind of separate them is with something like this, a stutter peek. Don't swing all the way out. Don't fully expose yourself on the peak. Just stop, get the one. You see the one, get him, and then let the other one come to you. And that's exactly what he does here. Masterfully done. Stutter peek, baby. I'm coining it. Don't know if that's a thing, but I'm taking it just like I took the inertia peek. And then this is very nice. He did the same thing there. If you notice, a little stutter peek, jumps out, stops, very controlled. That's another thing you're going to see in higher tier games, higher tier players, very controlled, very in control how they play. Jumps up, stops, waits, gets a tag, waits to see what she's doing, because sometimes people will wait and they'll let you come at them if you tag them, something like that. So Hornet is waiting to see what she's doing, recognizes that he has an advantage and presses it, runs out and does what I always talk about, jump peek with a shotgun. This is why you need a shotgun. This is why you need to be jump peeking, not just walking out, not just swinging wide, making yourself an easy target. So already we've seen a stutter peek. We've seen some very high level peaks. We've seen a lot of attempted wall bangs, pinches. We've seen a lot of really good stuff in the first 2 minutes of this video. Now he's rotated into prison here. He picked up an uppercut, so trading out the true shot for an uppercut. Kind of looked like a headshot to me, but we'll take it. So did that. Sounds like we got a... Is that a crown? I think that's a crown. That's terrifying. I like this rotate. Not a great position to be on that wall, especially by yourself, but just in general, not the best place to be. I would get off of that wall as quickly as we can. That's exactly what he's going to do here. Try and get some high ground. Very smart play. Forget this armor, just run by him. Who cares? Clearly have multiple teams fighting here. Another great thing he's doing. Ooh, come on, baby. Get him. Get him. Oh. Another great thing he's doing is just taking advantage of this chaos. Gets to high ground as quick as he can. Ooh, shoot the hive. I thought that was going to get him. Get a little damage on him with the shotgun. Try and follow up the uppercut. I really like that. But great thing he's doing is getting to high ground, taking advantage of this chaos while they fight. Ooh, okay. Check this out. Wow, I didn't even see that one. She blended right into the mud. I didn't even see her until the last second here. Look at this. Look, see how he zones in and then he just slows down and just tracks, lines it up perfectly, takes the shot. Very nice headshot. Oh, it's very satisfying to watch. Very robotic aim, you know, in a good way. Just like tracks and then boom, zoning in. Gets the burn off. Another reason I always say to bring flare pistols. I think they're better than fusees for this reason. There's a lot of, obviously, muzzle velocity to them, so you can actually... Okay. All right. I was going to say no shot. I didn't... Okay. No way. Look at this. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Okay, let's back this up a little bit. Another reason I love bringing in the flare pistol, muzzle velocity. You can get a burn on someone very quickly, very easily, rather than having to stand out there with a fusee and hold it like this and toss it down, maybe hit him, maybe not. Just blast him, man. And then check this out. There's now a little fire. Let's throw a nade on it. It's going to detonate immediately. So this is something you can do with flare pistol. A lot of uses. Actually, you're going to see another one later in this video, but a lot of uses for the flare pistol. It creates a little fire on the ground. It acts as a detonation. So if you throw a nade at it, same with decoy fuses, you can throw those down and then toss a nade at someone. Excuse me, toss a nade at the decoy fusee and it will act as an ignition and light that up immediately. Gotten a lot of kills like that. I'll toss a fake. It'll just be sitting there. Person knows it's a fake. They think they're safe. Here comes a real one. Don't even have to cook it. Just throw it right at the decoy fuse. It blows up immediately. So he takes advantage of that with a big dino. She just got cooked. I mean, no shot right there. She had no chance. But great play, though. Absolutely great play. But this is what I'm talking about. Very high level stuff. Using these tools to their absolute maximum ability. I'm going to push aggress hard here. I like the play. Doesn't get the follow-up, but I do like the aggression. We know there's somebody right beneath us. Now look at him using the cracks. The other guy did the same thing. See? The other guy did the same thing. You're going to see a lot of that. But I love using the cracks to see where he is and then aggress and try and get the kill on him with the shotgun. Big mistake. Big mistake there. You do not just want to stand at the bottom of a ladder, especially in higher tier lobbies, and just hold anything. It doesn't matter if it's a choke, a grenade, whatever it is. You don't just want to cook something at the bottom of a ladder. It's so easy to just jump down there and go, hey, what's up? And just kill you. It's exactly what Hornet does. So not the best move there. Something to not be doing is, again, exposing yourself, making yourself a really easy target when you're cooking something, a choke, whatever the case may be. Not the best play there, but Hornet acting quickly. Another thing I touch on a lot. How quickly are you acting? You know, how many actions per minute are you taking? Those are going to get you a lot of more kills. Oh, come on, man. A lot more kills, rather. Just a great headshot. And here's a res happening. Oh, come on. I thought that was going to be a clip. I mean, it was still a great clip, but I thought we were going to get the headshot again. Dang, that would have been insane. Bringing in the ammo box. Great consumable to bring in. Never have to worry about ammo. We hear the one below. Oh, they were ready. He was ready for him. He had to take an extra second to kind of like figure out where he was exactly. That guy was actually ready. That was a smart play. See what I'm saying though? Fake res, a lot of baiting, a lot of different types of things happening in these lobbies. That was a fast spin around. Very, very high DPI. But a lot of things like that are going to happen. I'm going to rush out, act like I'm rezzing my teammate. No, I'm not. I've got a shotgun ready for you. Almost got him. Actually, almost got him. That was a great play. That's the kind of stuff you can be doing, you know? Learn from that. Go for a fake res on your teammate, you know? See if it works. So start rezzing. Get your shotgun out. You'll probably get somebody if they try and over-aggress you. Hornet was ready for the guy anyway, but that guy had a great thought. Good on him. I didn't see, I missed the scan there. Sorry. I'm going to back up a second. Okay, so it looks like we have two. They're probably on a team, I'm going to assume. I think this was the team that we heard earlier, maybe playing Centennial that was kind of far out, like in the water, perhaps. So probably just this duo left. See how he plays this. Okay, so one's kind of far, one's close. See if he peeks here. Where is this guy? Oh, no shot. Dude, no way. He just gets that headshot. That was sick. I want to watch that again. Look at this guy pop up. Zoop. Later, dude. Oh, no shot. That was sick. Great headshot. Great headshot. Okay, so now it's a one-on-one situation, baby. Lock in. The best moments in Hunt, man, right here. These one-on-one situations. This happened in my last one with Nino as well. Happens a lot of the time with me too, you know, just in my games. I'm sure for you as well. You just get down to these 1v1 situations, man. Clutch or kick. Like, this is peak Hunt right here, man. Be fun if they had a 1v1 playlist, although I think I know what it would become. Just a crouch off. People just kind of sitting in bushes everywhere. But if you had like a 1v1, like very... Oh, I thought he domed him. Nice. Good counterattack on that guy's part. But a 1v1 playlist, man, on like very small, like just buildings of compounds, that could be kind of fun. Or it could be extremely campy and terrible. I don't know. Probably both. Scan and take a hard peek. Another use for the flare pistol here, you can create shadows. Now this guy's got to move, otherwise Hornet's going to know exactly where he is. And also there's a fire there, so he could potentially toss a nade down. Oh, I like this, man. This guy's playing this...
This guy's like teammate with someone or not?
He's playing this really interesting. I don't know if I would stay like low ground. Oh, yes. No shot. He just used that. I talk about this exact jump from the other side in my Ultimate Hunt Showdown guide. Shameless plug, man. If you haven't seen this, I go through Nichols Prison and do a short movement guide of like how to look for these jumps in different compounds, how to utilize them during fights, how to get out of situations. I do a whole movement guide, how to approach compounds, stuff like that. But one of the compounds I highlight is prison, and I showed that exact jump. So, dude, shout out Hornet, baby. That's sick. But yeah, go check it out after this one. I will link it. Ultimate Hunt Showdown guide, baby. Shameless plug. I've never seen anybody use that in a video. That was actually sick. Oh, smart on that guy's part to keep running. Actually smart to keep running. He's trying it again. Ooh, almost worked. This guy's smart. He just keeps going. Honestly, oh, trap. Oh, he's Gigabrain. He's actually baiting him. He put traps down. I had no idea. He might have had Poacher. I didn't hear that. Or it could have been a long time ago. This guy is smart. He's baiting. Okay, now you got to be watching out for traps. And look at how Hornet is so aware, man. Even as he's swinging the corner, he just notices it. Split second, notices it, swings around it. But there's probably more traps in here. And that's one thing to be looking for. You see one trap, there's going to be more. So just because you see one, you're like, oh, I noticed this trap. Just remember, there's going to be more. So this is probably a house of horrors this guy has set up, man. We got the cave in here, the darkness, man. These cages, like it looks like Oblivion Remastered, what just came out not too long ago. But this guy's created a house of horrors. So be very wary of that, man. That was crazy awareness by Hornet. No wonder this guy's playing this way. I was wondering, like, what is going on here, man? That makes so much more sense. What did I just say? What did I just say? Okay. Check this out, though. Notice how after he gets hit by... Wow, it's in the water. Very good placement, man. Top tier placement. Okay. After he gets hit, he's bleeding. Notice how he doesn't just run immediately. He just waits just a second to see if this guy's going to push him. Another great thing you can do if you get trapped, status effect, whatever the case may be, where you can kind of counter these things and make sure that you don't get overwhelmed and pushed really hard. Just wait. Just wait just a second. Now, you can dip out eventually, and this is why Surefoot is so elite, because you can kind of just get out of dodge immediately, but this is why Surefoot's so good. Auto pick for me, S tier trait, but just notice how he's just sitting here for just a moment, taking that extra second, see if this guy rushes around the corner. However, because this is a high tier lobby, this guy actually doesn't pursue yet because he probably knows Hornet A has a shotgun. He's listening. He's taking note of what he's fighting against. And he also probably knows this guy kind of killed everybody. He's a pretty good player, taking stock of that as well. This guy doesn't go for him. And if he had, Hornet would have got him. So a lot of high level chess going on here, man. This is high elo stuff. Just like I said in the beginning, that's what this video is. High elo games, very fun to watch, very sweaty, very try hard, but you can learn a lot watching this. I mean, crazy that this guy doesn't go for him. I think in a lot of lower tier lobbies, that guy's definitely pushing. Hornet's probably getting him all day. Oh, nice fire. Yeah, let's get rid of those, man. Wow, so what is this guy's loadout? He has fire hand crossbow, choke hand crossbow. What else does he have?
I'll pop this.
Yeah, probably a good call. Look at this guy baiting. He's just running back and forth. He's literally just fully set this up as a trap bait. Wow. What is that gun? What is he using? Let's see if I can hear this. Centennial. Centennial. That's a fun loadout, man. Wow, wow, wow. Props. This was during an event. He might be doing challenges like choke people. Oh, man. This is sticky. This is sticky. Looks like we have no Surefoot and House of Horrors, the traps, man. See how he's looking for traps? Oh, man. They could be anywhere. That one in the water was nuts. There could be another one in the mud or anything, man. Around any of these corners, man. This guy's good. This guy is good. Looks like he rotated out. Maybe he's going for a res. This must be his partner.
Okay, I'll take the sparks.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought.
Can you push him?
Okay, so I don't know if I was talking over, so you might not have heard it, but Hornet says I'll take the spark. So these guys are kind of running back, playing pretty long range. He's just going to swap weapons mid-fight. Another great thing you do. There's weapons on the ground. You need something else for a situation. Just remember what people have and go get a weapon that's going to serve you better. Exactly what he's doing here. Nice little jump you can do there. You didn't know.
From this guy. We'll play with that then.
Oh, I said prison earlier, didn't I? This is karmic. What have I done? What have I done? Just saw episode 3 of Revenge of the Sith in theaters for the re-release. Sheesh, baby. What a movie. What a film, even. Well, I was wondering if that got him. I don't think so. But I like the thought, though, of 149 for the sparks. So now that somebody's gone down, much easier to get them down again with sparks. I think he might have been a little far for that, but that's kind of a great thought. Especially with these guys playing more passive and backed up, and the House of Horrors, the whole thing, baiting, trapping, the whole thing. Like, you kind of can understand who these players are, if that makes sense, how they're playing. So probably this is going to be your best bet to combat them. And he's got a Centennial, so good to have a rifle to combat that as well. This was a sick kill on that one. And she must have either blasted pretty far or she actually ran pretty far, but it didn't matter because the big dino just ended her. I don't think they're running. I don't think they're actually running. I think that's bait. That's another thing you're going to see a lot in higher tier lobbies. Shooting birds silently or not silently, running into them to make it look like they're going the other way, and then coming around a corner the opposite direction. A lot of stuff you can do. Higher tier tactics, just mind games, What a shot, man. That is kind of what Hunt becomes in higher tier lobbies. It's a lot of mind games. Of course, pure aim skill is a huge deal as well. It's a big part of it, but it's a lot of thinking, a lot of mind games, baiting, traps, just like you just see. Send the birds this way, come around the opposite side. That's what these guys did. It didn't necessarily work on Hornet, although he did peek. So it actually kind of did work. He came out the other side. He did peek those birds, and then they got to come into the entrance. So it actually did kind of work. Now that I'm thinking about it, it worked pretty well. I don't know if they were that gigabrain, but 5-head, but they might have been, because this is higher skill lobbies. But that is something you can legitimately do. Send birds or, any kind of sound trap the other direction, and then peek another angle while the person's distracted, or use it as a way to get inside like they're doing. It's kind of like a smoke grenade in Call of Duty. You can throw that and rush through it to reposition and to rotate to give yourself an advantageous position. Exactly what these guys did. Now, whether or not they were that gigabrain, I don't know. I'm giving them a lot of credit. I hope they were, but this is higher tier lobby, so it is possible. This is a great shot, man. Great shot. He's not ready for him. Hornet wasn't ready for him. Sick shot. He's staying ready to get the res as well. They maybe should have pursued. I feel like within 5 seconds they could have got to him. That was maybe their one mistake so far. Probably push really hard as a duo in that situation if you get this guy down. Wow, this is sticky, man. This is sticky. Look at this. Okay, these guys are interesting. This is the bane of my existence. These kinds of players, I usually lose to this because I get impatient. I want to make something happen, and that ends up costing me a lot of these fights and a lot of these games when I get to these slower 1v2 situations. These guys are doing a real slow push, They're just slowly overwhelming, slowly coming inside. And that's exactly what's happening. One's going back into the catacombs here. One's wrapping around the right here. Just like we talked about at the very beginning of this video, kind of a bookend of that you had that team pinching. They were doing a pretty good job. Eventually, they blew it and they clumped up. I've talked about that before. Just because you're on top of each other doesn't mean you're playing well together as a team. So that first team kind of blew it. These guys are actually playing really well, though, together. In counter to that, these guys are doing it right. They're slow pushing and pinching. And this is a really hard thing to fight against. And these are clearly skilled players. They're doing this nearly perfectly. It's very frustrating. This is super frustrating for me to play against. I love it when people rush me because then I can just get moving. I can toss a fake this way, jump peek around here, do this or that, whatever. When you just slowly start creeping in on people, very hard to combat that. And we're seeing that play out here. But man, these guys are playing this super well. I'd be getting pretty frustrated right now if this were me. Look at them pinching, slowly coming in, looking for that angle. I'm going to try and get a tag. The other one's a lot of fake peeks. What did I say? Fake peeks. Here we go. Wow. Let's count these fake peeks. Look at this, man. This is getting sweaty. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fake peeks, and then he finally draws out a shot. You see how slow people are to do anything, though? Waiting for the right moment. Takes him 5, technically, 4 or 5 peeks, whatever it was, to actually shoot. He's not just taking the first opportunity, but Hornet just keeps going. Fake. Here's a shot, pushes out to get some distance. Why is he doing that? Because the other one is pushing in these catacombs, pinching him on the left. He needs the focus one. He needs to get a tag on somebody so he can either get that one down and focus or turn and fight the other one now. That's what needed to happen in that situation. You can't dip out and run this way if you're Hornet, because then they both have an angle on you for a split second. That's enough in a 6-star lobby. This is your only move. I mean, the fake, that was insane, man. 4 fake peeks just to draw out one shot. Ooh, this guy he actually did come out. Okay, I was going to say, being a bad teammate, not coming and peeking while his boy's hurt. You got to come and play together. Especially if you're 2v1, 3v1, you got to play together. Shout out to this guy, man. I don't know who this is. They're a good team. They're playing well together, playing very well together, clearly coordinated, clearly on a call or whatever together. This is sick, man. This is actually sick. I'm getting sweaty, man. I'm sitting up in my seat. Okay, this guy's coming inside, maybe trying to get bounty. This is probably the first mistake. Yeah, this is probably the first mistake here. This is not really a together play. You don't really need bounty, to be honest. In this situation, you know exactly where he is. Just use... Yeah, major mistake. This guy honestly threw. This guy threw straight up. I had nothing but respect for these guys, but this guy threw. And I don't know what he's doing here. I don't know what just happened because he's just crouched there. I don't know why he did that. Everything up to this point was they were playing so well together and they were doing so well against Hornet. They even got him down once. I don't know what was going on there, and you really didn't need that. It seemed like a panic play to me. We got to know where he is. You know where he is. Just focus on the fight. That's one thing I would say in response to seeing that for you watching, focus on the fight. When you're in these tense moments, when you're, 1v2, 1v1, 3v1, whatever the case may be, you're in a tense situation in Hunt Showdown, just slow down, man. Just relax, breathe, and focus on the fight. Focus on what's going on around you. Become Neo, man, in the Matrix. Just like let it slow down, become the one, man. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like slow down, listen, use your ears. You don't always need wall hacks in this game. The audio is good enough. It's not as good as it used to be, but it is good enough to where you can just use audio and pinpoint where people are, generally speaking. You don't need the wall hacks. But this guy really didn't need to push in here and get the bounty. I don't know why he did that. Kind of a weird play, and he really threw. But shout out to Hornet. Trying to go for wall bangs like we've been talking about all game. Crosshair placement, lining up where the head's going to be, waiting, patient, crosshair placement. Probably going to get a headshot if this guy swings the corner. He doesn't end up doing that, but he was ready for it. Crosshair placement. Ooh, tiny little advance there. Look at this. Half a step, jump peek, aim, fire, like just these tiny little things, man, that you see. Like when you really break this game down and watch it like this at this level, like you see all these little things unfolding, that you would have never even noticed if you're just watching this video, That's why I love doing this, because you can really break it down. But he goes for the tiny little jump peek advance, shot, misses it, but now he's close enough. Okay, and this is why he did that, I think. This is why he did that. Get a little bit closer, close the distance a little bit, take a shot. Oh, I missed? That's all right. I'm already on top of you with my penny shot. And he knew he had the penny shot. He knew he had an alternative, an option for close range. He knows he still got something. Very good play there. Just a little thing that you're not going to notice if you're just, watching this casually. Okay, now we switch back to the shotgun. Wow. Quick decision making. Let's switch back to the shotgun. Now we know we have a 1v1. It's a close distance situation. Very smart, man. Very smart. Little jump peek there. Perfectly played, man. Are you serious? It's a satisfying play to watch. Look at this. Pick up the shotgun. I get burned. I don't care. I'm still coming. Doesn't matter. I'm coming. That guy wasn't ready for it. And in those moments, when some kind of chaotic thing has happened, or when the other team thinks they have this advantage on you, that's when you want to act quickly like this and be unexpected. That's exactly what we see here. Very unexpected. And not only that, a lot of noise just happened. You just got lit up on fire. This huge, noise thing just happened. So he's not going to hear the first couple of steps you're taking. By the time he hears you coming, you're on top of him. And that's exactly what we see happen here. So there's moments like that too, when maybe a large sound cue has just happened, an explosion, a banish, whatever the case may be. You have a few steps, okay? And that's how I'm always thinking. How many steps do I have? How can I close the distance here? Especially, again, in these higher tier lobbies, when everything becomes closing distance, it becomes fake peaks like we've seen. It becomes wall bangs. It's less about, just let's stand out in the open. It's funny, like the higher star lobbies you get into, it becomes less like the Civil War era where it's like, let's just line up and shoot each other, and more like today's combat where it's very like tactical, stealthy. You never know where I am. Like it's just such a different game the higher you get. We've seen a lot of that here. All these fake peaks, all these wall bangs. It's not really about like, I'm just going to stand out in the open and let you shoot me. I think I heard you behind that wall. I'm going to shoot the wall and maybe get you. More than likely, I will get you if I shoot enough times, kind of stuff. So that's kind of what this becomes. But again, going back to the sound cues, that's a moment in time where you're like, I have 3 steps. Let's close the distance on this guy. Let's get him down. Exactly what happens. Dude's not ready for him. Dude is not ready. I have no idea how many kills Hornet just got. What an insane game. I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Once again, the DPI, man. I was going to see if right back to fort. Nice. Yeah. Insane game, man. I don't even know. I couldn't even begin to fathom how many kills he just got. I mean, we had the trio wipe in the beginning. I know we had a few kills when he came in, like 4 or 5. You had the dino kill. You had a couple of headshots. You had a couple of shotgun kills on the guys down below. You had the headshot on the guy. I mean, I don't know, 10 plus, easy 10 plus in a very high tier lobby playing as a solo. I mean, extremely impressive stuff, and again, like, different things are going to be more or less impressive depending on kind of how you're playing, who you're playing against. So in a super high tier, 6-star lobby, the stuff's super impressive. And you might watch it and go, oh, they're missing shots, this and that, whatever's happening. But you got to understand that Hunt really is a different game. It's kind of like I've used this analogy before when explaining this of like, things that you do in high school on a varsity team for basketball or whatever the football, whatever the case may be, if you're the best player on a high school varsity basketball football team, that stuff is not going to work on an NBA player. Okay. And that's the best analogy I can use of high school varsity. Hey, really good player. You got a lot of skills. That's cool. You got some stuff you can do. You got some tricks in your bag. You're in your Duffy a little bit. That doesn't work in the NBA, and that's why we see this in sports all the time. Do we not? Guys that just tear it up in high school, college level can't make it to the NFL, and that's just the reality. Now, it's not quite the same thing. I understand it's a video game. It's not quite the same thing, but the analogy is what holds up here. And that's why this is so impressive and why I really wanted to break down this super high tier gameplay, because even in my lobbies, like when I'm playing in these higher tier games, it's genuinely not that fun. Sometimes I just got to take a break from this game because I'm like, dude, it's just so much. It's so sweaty. It's so much mind games. I don't want to do it. I want to turn my brain off. That's why Clash was such an awesome game mode they added, because I can turn the brain off and just hold W, but it's a lot, man. It really is a lot. It's tense. It's sweaty. It's try hard. That's what it is, but this is so impressive if you really break it down and see what's really going on here in these split-second decisions. So I can just keep talking about it, man, because it's sick and I love to see it, and that was very impressive to watch. But I am going to leave it there. Great game. Shout out Hornet, killer creator. Go follow him. Watch the whole video. Great video. Lots more fights just like this. We're going to leave it there, guys. I hope you like this one. And if you do, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one, gamers. Peace.